Hi guys, and welcome back to the Iron Personal Training YouTube channel. We're back with another video as we continue to get ready to peak for the 2024 ABPU South Yorkshire Qualifier competition. We're continuing with the 3-2-1 format. This is week 4, session number 2. So it's a squat session. So we did do 198 kilos for a nice triple with a looser wrap on or a half wrap on, and we're now moving on to 209. So when I talk about a looser wrap or a half wrap, what I mean is that we're not utilising the full length of the knee wrap, so we're not getting as much out of it. So saving that full use of the knee wrap for when we go to the top heavy singles, which just allows you to get a little bit extra out of your top weights basically. So we have got 209 kilos on here, getting ourselves nice and set. So I am taking a lot more time to set up for my squats, as I found that in competition time in particular, squats are something that I've rushed quite a lot, and I want to make sure that I take my time and don't stress myself out too much, and make sure that I've got everything in the right position so I can utilise the movement correctly. So as you can see, nice easy double there. Very happy with how that felt. That's going to be about 3.5 kilos off where I'm going to open, so very happy with how that's feeling at the moment. We then come on to 220 kilos, so this is currently my competition PB. So obviously this is something that I'm going to look to beat in my next competition, and hopefully do my second attempt around the 222.5 mark, depending obviously on how training is going. So as you can see, we come down nice and controlled and come up for a nice easy rep of 200. Felt like I could have probably got 2 or 3 reps out at least with that weight, so very happy with that. Now come on to our back off, so 168 kilos, doing a slight pause at the bottom. So one thing I would like to talk about this video is, for anybody who has watched a lot of these videos, you'll know that I had some trouble with some bicep tendonitis and forearm pain from doing a lot of pressing and low bar squatting. So one thing I've changed is I've moved to a talon grip, which is allowed within the ABPU. So as you can see, if you look at particularly my left hand, my little finger now goes under the bar, and that takes off a lot of pressure off the forearm and the biceps, so it's allowed me to continue to squat and press heavy without having any issues. So that's been really helpful with this as well. We now come on to some banded deadlifts, so we're going to 175 kilos into Elite FTS orange bands. So we're looking at about 235 kilos roughly at the top, as the band's at about 60 kilos of tension in that lockout position. As you can see, moving nicely, quite nice smooth lockouts, which I'm very happy with. Obviously, for anybody who's followed my training for a while, you'll know my deadlift lockout is the bane of my existence. So hopefully doing these will help improve that area of the deadlift. We now come on to some stiff leg deadlifts, 120 kilos, 3 sets of 10, just getting ourselves nicely set up. We are doing them on the deadlift bar. There's no real advantage to them on a deadlift bar. I was just too lazy to swap bars, if I am honest. So we get nice and set in that bottom position. We'll come up and we'll come down to a nice low position. Stiff leg deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts, any variation of that kind of lift is really great way of training that posterior chain, hamstrings, glutes, and again helping with deadlift lockouts. I do like to use some straps with them, especially if I've been doing deadlifts before, as I just don't want my grip to be a limiting factor while doing the movement, because I want to get as much stimulus into the hamstrings, glutes and lower back as possible. So yeah, very happy about that feeling. We then came on to some leg extensions, so using the repetition method here. So rather than doing them for a set amount of reps, we're just doing them for a set amount of times. In this case, we're doing it for a minute. Obviously good for the knee, as it's able to get blood into the knee. It's good for the ligaments as well, because it's going to be able to train the ligaments in that area as well to keep everything nice and strong. So if you do feel like you ever get any pain in your knees or any issues like that, this might be a good method to use. And also it gets a lot of blood and stimulus into the muscle as well. I probably did start off a little bit quickly here. You want to do nice, controlled, concise reps while doing this method, and probably started a bit quicker. As you can see, pushing the bar away from me. But as you can see from my face, the burn is starting to kick, just checking the time there. Disappointing to see how long was still actually left to go. As you can see, it's doing it with this, you only need to use really light weights. and it goes from being really easy to really difficult in a matter of seconds. So if you've not tried this before, I would recommend giving it a go as some different kind of variation. I was very happy that you finished there. We then got some reverse hypers to do. I think we've got 120 kilos on this one. There's some plates on the inside of the 20, no, we've got 320s on, yeah, so 120 kilos. Again, reverse hypers, fantastic for all that posterior train, hamstring, glutes, all of that stuff, keeping everything nice and healthy. We then went on to a bit of core, glute and hamstring work, so we're doing some belt squat marches. Again, doing these for a minute, so good for your core because you need to have that stabilisation and balancing as you swap from leg to leg, but also really burns the hamstrings and glutes as you go as well. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video as we looked at this, as we start looking at week 4 of my peaking, first block of peaking. If you did enjoy, remember to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to get in touch about any training or programming, use the link in the description below. Apart from that guys, training going really well at the moment. Really happy with how things are moving, and I will see you in the next episode, which will probably be looking at a deadlift day. So I will see you then, and I hope you enjoy the last little bit of the video.